What's up, fellas? It's your boy Sean J coming at you live and direct with another one. Today's topic conversation is how sobriety changed my life. Before I really get into the video, fellas, I've been sober since December 30th, 2019, fellas. That's about coming up on 5 years since I've had a drink. 5 years. Crazy. Now it ain't even, honestly, it don't even feel like 5 years. It feels like I just quit a couple years ago. It really honestly feels like a couple years since I quit, but it's coming up on 5 years, fellas. I'm really proud of myself. Gotta pat myself on the back. You dig what I'm saying? Gotta pat myself on the back. Your boy been sober for 5 years, guys. Coming up on 5 years. It feels good. It definitely feels good. It's definitely an accomplishment of mine. I have no cravings. I have had no cravings since I quit. Like, ever since I quit, I've had no cravings at all, fellas. So yeah, it feels good. It does feel good. And another thing about me, guys, I'm gonna let y'all know. I know I'm putting out this video on sobriety, and y'all probably thinking he may have been an alcoholic. Honestly, if you want me to keep it a buck, guys, I've never been an alcoholic. I've never been an alcoholic. I don't have any alcohol. I don't think I have any alcoholics that run in my family on my father's side or my mother's side. As far as I know, you dig what I'm saying? I ain't got anybody in my family that abuses alcohol like that. It just doesn't run in the family. It don't run in the family. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that right there. So this ain't even coming from a place of me being an alcoholic. It's coming from a place of me. It was just a problem that I had to nip in the bud. Alcohol really. I would just say that I was a social drinker. That's what they call it, a social drinker. And it all started in freshman year in high school. Young. At the time, looking back at it, it's like, man, I thought I was a grown ass man back in the day, man. I thought I was grown, bro. Doing grown folk stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man, like, no. You're like 14, 15 years old. You're a little freaking kid. You got your whole life ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I was just like I said, I was hanging out with the so-called friends, and after smoking weed for a straight year and enjoying, I started getting into partying and started drinking. 9th grade. I remember the first party I went to, though. I drank on some peppermint schnapps. Peppermint schnapps was where I got drunk off of that night. Crazy night, man. That's how it all started, though. Freshman year. That's how it all started. Freshman year. And it just snowballed from there. I started partying more and more. Got my first job when I was in 10th grade. So it's like I would buy all the freshest gear, and then I save like $20 every week for beer. I didn't drink a lot of alcohol, but I did drink a lot of beer. I ain't gonna lie. It got so bad to where I would steal like 40-ounce bottles of Budweiser. It was like a thrill. It was like an excitement. Oh, I'm gonna steal me a 40-ounce bottle of Budweiser. I did that a few times before. I did a lot of crazy stuff that I've done, but to be honest, unlike weed, I didn't get in trouble like that on alcohol. Like, alcohol didn't technically get me into legal trouble. I really honestly can't say I've gotten into legal trouble from drinking alcohol. But I've done a lot of stuff. Like I said, I've stolen beers. I never got caught for stealing stealing any of them beers from 7-Eleven or anything like that. I never got caught for any of that stuff. I ain't gonna lie though, I did a lot of crazy stuff that I may not talk about on this video. Just one crazy thing that I did that I don't know if I want to incriminate myself like that, you know what I'm saying? And it involves stealing beer, you know what I'm saying? But I was just wilding out, fellas. I was having a good time, you know. I was young, I was dumb. I was just wilding out in the streets, partying and all that stuff. I remember I met this girl at the school I went to. And this back when I was like at the height. I don't even think that was the height of my drinking. What am I talking about? That's not the height of my drinking. I was in high school. That was definitely not the height of my drinking. But I met her in high school. You know what I'm saying? I got her number. This is all, I'm shortening up the story. So I got her number. We kicked it the next Friday night, right? But before I went over her crib, I had like 5 beers. I drank like 5 beers before I went to her crib. And when I got to her crib, like when the homies took me to the crib, to her crib, she gave me an address. We went to her crib, and I guess the homies wanted to see her, what she looked like. It is what it is. We enter the crib, right? I mean, like this, that we sit down. She puts down a pint of tequila, like one of them tequilas. I think it was a pint. I could be wrong. I think it was a lot of tequila, bro. Fast forward, fellas, I ruined that date. I ruined that. I end up taking multiple shots from the. She put a big old shot glass too. One of them tall boys. She put one of them big old tall boys out on me, man. And I was trying to show off, so I finished that whole bottle of tequila in like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I finished the whole entire bottle. Took it to my head. Took shots to my head until the bottle was done. I blacked out. My friends left. I blacked out. You know what I'm saying? I was unconscious. I blacked out, bro. So drunk, I blacked out. Woke up. I threw up on the carpet a little bit. Ran to her. I ran to her sink. Threw up in her sink. I was so embarrassed, man. I'm like, man, crazy. But I say all that to say, man, I'm an introvert. I still am an introvert. I'm an introvert, but I was more introverted back then, but didn't know it. And the alcohol definitely, like it gave me courage. It was, of course, it was liquid courage, right? It gave me courage to talk to more girls. While I was drunk, I had to be drunk. I was codependent. I had to be drunk to chop it up with this girl, that girl, older women, try and be this big player. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I needed alcohol to talk to girls, and that's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that sober, then you got work to do. You gotta start approaching people during the day. Like, you gotta start working on them social skills. You gotta start talking to more girls. But at the time, I didn't really care about that. I just cared about just partying. Let's party. Let's go hang out with these hoes. Every time I get drunk, the other side of me comes out. And it wasn't a bad side. I wasn't a violent drunk. I wasn't a person who got angry or got into fights. Excuse me. I didn't get angry. I didn't get into fights. I was a social drinker. Every time I got drunk, I was happy. Every time I got drunk, I was happy. But yeah, I did that all the way through my 20s. And like I said, I didn't quit until, when was 2020? I don't know how old I was, but I did that all throughout my 20s, guys. That snowballed into going to clubs. Before that was cake parties and house parties. Now it was going to clubs. And just being a part of, you know, being part of that party scene. You know what I'm saying? How sobriety changed my life. Now, I don't go clubbing. I don't drink. As you know, I don't smoke. I don't even smoke no more. I'm clear-minded. Like, I can think clearly. I'm not codependent on the alcohol. Like, I can talk to girls normal. Like, I can talk to any girl, you know what I'm saying, without feeling like I need a drink or something. You know what I'm saying? That's a superpower. I can talk to anybody. Not even just women, but to anybody. Carry on a conversation. It's not a thing of me. Oh, I see this girl over there. Let me take a couple shots. Let me go take a couple shots first before I go warm up to her. Nah, man. I'm 30. I'm 38 now. I'm a lot older, a lot wiser. I don't need alcohol anymore. I don't have any cravings. I'm not afraid to talk to girls that I'm interested in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not codependent. Like I said, I'm not codependent on that stuff. I really ain't. And, you know, and it feels good to say I've been sober for 5 years, coming up on 5 years. It feels good to say that. It really does. It feels good to say that. That's definitely an accomplishment, because I used to really be into beer. Had all the fun in the world on everything, but it's just not for me, man. I enjoy my sobriety so much. I don't miss any of that stuff. Excuse me. I don't miss any of that stuff that I used to do back in the day, man. Yeah, fellas, that's my story. Comment in, put down in the comment section your story. How long have you been sober? So I know if you clicked on this video, you're probably thinking about getting sober, or at the moment you're going through what you're going through. Comment in and put down in the comment section how long you've been sober, or like. That's my video, fellas. Like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.